The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Off the play fake. Walsh. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Well, they've got it right across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Eagles in a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Hawk 70.
Operating from the gun, Walsh. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And we're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run forward Barkley. And take it in the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 75. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Commanders nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go.
Here's Daniels. Pass caught. It's Lane with it. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
10 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 22 and a first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Now Daniel's going to keep it. Looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touchdown.
Gain of 9 brings up.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
3rd down and 1.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. Walsh. That one complete to Hill. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
First down.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
It's a gain of 16
The Eagle passing
yards.
game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Inside handoff. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Go. 60 Eagles. 18 Raptor. 18. Take up.
Back to throw. Walsh. Quick throw to Barkley. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 23. Give up 14 yards that time, and a fresh set of down.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He's
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent
A
gain.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Set. 70 Rangers. 70 Timberwolves. Rocco 80. 18 Pioneer.
Operating for the gun. Walsh. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that throw incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was identifying menace there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Looking to throw. Walsh. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Back to throw. Walsh. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's running back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
40-yard loss on the play. Second and goal.
Looking to throw. Walsh. Open up, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Commanders nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Here we go. Set.
Daniels with a give to Krosky Miller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well,
we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 15.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Ready.
And McLaurin the motion man right. Daniels looking to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Lane. And he's got this down to the 35. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Let's go.
And first down is Krosky Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
On the ready.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
70 Timberwolves.
oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Across the 30, up to the 33.
33-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out that you... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Trey Amos. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
10 to 60, 10 to 60. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
To the air goes Daniels. He's good with hands across the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a good throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Go! Ready.
Throw left side complete. That's Lane. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jalen Lane from 17 yards out. And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
The kick is good.
Myers connects on the PAT. And we are tied at 14.
Jason Myers.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember, he tries to force it in and it's intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Inside, Krosky Merritt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
A the middle. Pesky middle. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Second and 7.
Buffalo 18, Cougar 19.
Now Daniels. Nowhere to turn. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
Third and long.
Third and 19.
Back. 70 Timberwolves.
To throw is Daniels. Quick slam into the hands of Darren Waller. And he's going to be touchdown short of a first. And it's fourth down coming up.
It's fourth down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target. And that's how he'll show the defense.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range. It's Hill, complete. A gain of 8 there on play. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2 at the 43-yard line.
Running left, it's Barkley. They'll take this to the other side midfield before going out of bounds. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Now a run here off the RPO. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Commanders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Partner, you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
60 vices, 60 vices.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. Good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here we go, here we go. Ready.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Washington. Zamir White, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Now Myers for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score. Commanders 24, Eagles 14. Jason Myers set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
79 Broncos.
Ball play action. Walsh. And it's caught. It's the tight end got it. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On the ready. 19 tight. 19.
Off the play fake. Walsh. Left side is Brown. And brought down back before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Go!
Operating from the gun. Walsh. Quick slide here to Smith. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good, and This now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
Makes the score. Commanders 24, Eagles 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. A dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Commanders.
Touchdown.
It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's going.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
43-yard line.
Bronco switch.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
It's a gain of
16 more on that one and another first down.
That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard
60
line.
Bison. 60 Bison. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Back to throw. Walsh. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA.
Cougar 19.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. The gain of 5. And will bring up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Daniel is going to keep it. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And the Commanders first down.
Ready up. Ready. Panther 60. Ready.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the balls are arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down to the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great times, this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
First down, here's Wright. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
That was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He finds his man, complete. That's Lane. Touchdown, Washington. Jalen Lane with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. The Commanders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point and throw by Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Set to kick off.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Well, we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And that is well done defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Off-play action. Walsh. Open man downfield is Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That's good.
22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw. Walsh. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't
first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 12-yard line. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a toss right to Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Walsh. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are ahead with football here at the